So you may be one of the millions of people taking probiotics. You could be wondering, am I taking way too many probiotics? Well, in this video today, we'll discuss what are probiotics. Can you actually overdose on probiotics? How do you know if you're taking too much? And at the very end of the video, I'll tell you my reasons why you may not want to take a probiotic if you have these conditions. Guys, let's talk about poop. Howdy y'all, Dr. Samir here, aka your poop guru, trying to give you the best tips and tricks to help out with your health. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button. Like, share, and subscribe. Do all that jazz so all the social media people know what you're doing. And important for me, pretty please, pretty please, don't forget to subscribe to a weekly newsletter. Put a link right here where you can get great tips and tricks to know what to do for your health every single week. So what exactly are probiotics? Very good question. So I'm going to start off with probiotics have a lot of hype, a lot of marketing, and just a little bit of science. And so there's not a lot of good research that we have on the benefits of taking probiotics. I do not take a probiotic myself. I take prebiotics for sure, but I do not take a probiotic, but I do recommend it for some patients because there's some evidence it can help out with IBS, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, C. difficile colitis, some ulcerative colitis conditions, but the vast majority of people, it may not actually help them as much as what they would like. But probiotics are live organisms you actually introduce inside your gut to hopefully enhance what is going on already inside your gut microbiome ecosystem. It helps to supplement what is going on inside your gut to hopefully improve some of the conditions that you may be suffering from. Now, here's the issue when it comes to probiotics is that every single person's gut microbiome is unique. Yours is different from mine is different from my wife's. Everyone has their own unique gut microbiome, very similar to your fingertips. Whereas you have your own special fingertips for you, same thing with your gut microbiome. So it is hard for some generic probiotic made at some factory to actually affect my own unique gut microbiome. It may work for some people, it may not work. And so this is why the evidence doesn't seem to be there when it comes to taking a probiotic. But for some people, it does help. Now, can you really overdose on a probiotic? Nah, not really. So it really cannot cause death unless you have some sort of underlying immunocompromised state in which there are case reports of bad bacteria and bad fungi and bad yeast actually overwhelming the immune system to cause someone to pass away. That's very rare and typically is the exception. If you have an otherwise healthy immune system and if you are not taking anything to help suppress your immune system, there's a very good chance you really cannot overdose from a probiotic. However, if you take too much, very common symptoms include more bloating, more gas, and worse gut issues. You actually feel worse when you're actually maybe taking more probiotics. Now, the normal count for a probiotic can range from 1 to 10 billion. However, taking more than 10 billion colony-forming units of probiotics really does not give you any exponential benefit than taking a probiotic that has a normal range of 1 to 10 billion. So more does not equal better. Now, if you do feel like you're having a lot of gut issues with taking a probiotic, there is a good chance your body will adapt to what is going on. And so this may be just a temporary phase that your body is going through to get adjusted. However, if it does last, you may want to consider backing off on the dose. But the bigger question is, what dose should you take? Because guess what? No one has any idea whatsoever. We have no actual evidence what the best optimal dose is for you, for me, or for anyone else. So once again, this goes into the difficulty of trying to recommend a probiotic based on clinical evidence. Not only are probiotics not unique to your gut microbiome or mine, your dose may be different from my dose depending on what my needs are and what your needs are. Hey, if you're getting great value from this video, I'd appreciate it if you smash that like button and comment down below. So how exactly do you know if you're taking too many probiotics? Well, number one is that you may have some of those side effects I mentioned before. The gas, the bloating, the distension, just not feeling any better on a probiotic. That could be a cardinal sign that you could be taking too much. And once again, your body can either adapt with that over time, or if it doesn't, you may want to consider backing off on that dose. But by and large, for most people, probiotics are very safe to take. It's very difficult to cause any long-term problems from them. However, let's go over the exceptions right now. Which patients would I never recommend or really hardly recommend or with caution a probiotic? So number one, before you do anything, you need to speak to your healthcare provider. Giving something as safe, air quotes here, safe, or innocent as a simple probiotic may not be the best thing for you, because a lot of things that are in probiotics, we don't actually know what is in them. They are not regulated. We don't have good standards for what should be in a probiotic, but unfortunately there are plenty of probiotics that have claims for certain strains of bacteria in the pill themselves, but when you actually look at that under the microscope, guess what? Completely false. Those strains that they claim that are in there are actually not in there. But even more worrisome, harmful ingredients have been found in probiotics and dietary supplements, things that are not good for you. So please make sure you speak to your health provider first before you try to take a probiotic. Number 2, if you are on some sort of immunosuppression like chemotherapy or medication to help suppress your immune system, or you have a condition in which your immune system is already suppressed, do not take a probiotic, or at least speak to your healthcare provider about that. Out of all the patients in the entire world who got sick from a probiotic and even died or developed sepsis, it were those that typically were on some sort of immunosuppressive medication, or their immune system was not working correctly, and their probiotic actually caused a reaction, caused an abnormal growth of bad bacteria or bad fungus that actually killed people. So please make sure if you are taking a medication like a probiotic, that you're not immunosuppressed, or you're not taking medication that's going to suppress your immune system. And number 3, if you're healthy, don't take it. There is no reason at all for you to waste your money to take a probiotic if you feel good, if your gut's doing good, you don't have a lot of gut issues, because there's absolutely no point. You're not going to optimize yourself any better. And then lastly, if you haven't had a response with a probiotic, it is perfectly fine to stop taking it. Not everyone is going to respond. There are some patients that are more likely going to get better. There are some patients that it's going to make no difference whatsoever. And there's some patients in which it's going to make them worse. It is hard for us to predict which patient is going to be in which category, because none of us know exactly how they're interacting with your particular gut microbiome. Try it, see how you do, make sure you feel okay after you speak to your healthcare provider. And if you feel great, fantastic. If it makes no difference, don't worry about it. Stop it. Don't waste your money on that. So my question today for you guys, what questions do you have about probiotics? Comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. Like, share, and subscribe. And subscribe to my weekly newsletter where you can get other great tips just like this one. Guys, well, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a happy and healthy day. Take care. Peace!